Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to another Paint the Edge Off, where I teach you to make a cool painting in about an hour and get a little drunk doing it. I'm your host, Joel. I'm going to walk you through how to make this painting right here. I call it Lavender Zinnias. Okay, it's a nice, cool painting of some flowers in a vase. Very nice painting. A lady one time told me they weren't zinnias, and I said, well, I made it, so I think they are zinnias. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to walk you through how to make that. Now, if you want to make different colored flowers or vase or change the colors up however you want, go for it. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to make this. If you haven't watched before, I'm going to give away a free giveaway painting like I do in all my painting classes. You just have to correctly answer my completely objective trivia question first in the comments, and I will send you a free painting of your choice. Okay, so you can win a free painting. Okay, also if you haven't already, you can like, share, follow. There's some links up there. I'm not really on TikTok yet, but I plan on being. But anyway, if you want to search Paint the Edge Off, you'll find me. Okay, things you're gonna need. You're gonna need your 16 by 20 canvas. Okay, some kind of easel. Okay, you're gonna need water cup. Okay, this is acrylic paint, so you want some water to mix in with your paint and also to wash your brushes out. Okay, you got your paper towel roll here. Okay. Oh, hey, Purdy. Thanks. Yeah, thank you. Okay. We've also got a blow dryer, which helps me dry my paint layers and move through it fast. Okay, I've got whiskey. Okay, I've got paper plates that I use for my palette. You can use whatever you want. I like paper plates because they're nice and cheap and easy. Okay, and then I've got some tools here. I've got a pencil, just a regular old pencil. I've got some chalk. I got some blue, orange, yellow, whatever, just so I can kind of test out, see which colors show it the best. But that's just regular sidewalk chalk. I've got 4 brushes. I've got my big flat brush. I've got my medium flat brush. I've got my medium round brush. And my little baby round brush. Okay, I'm going to leave those in that water cup anytime I'm not using them. Let's see. I've got paint colors. We've got white. We've got black. We've got purple. Okay, we've got red. That's just like a bright red. Phthalo blue. Okay, we've got a light yellow. It's like a lemon yellow. Then we got burnt umber, which is kind of a dark brown, more of a warm brown. Then we've got raw sienna, which is kind of a yellowish brown. Yellow ochre works good for that. Okay, and I think that's everything. So let's take a shot. I've already a few in. And then I'll show you what you're going to want to draw on here, okay? Okay, take us a shot. Cheers. Let's have fun. Chat. Paint the edge off. Okay. Woo! Add me a shot. Okay. Pretty asked, do I ever need an assistant for my painting? I guess it might be nice, but I'm pretty used to doing it by myself, Okay, let's take our pencil. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a little line here. It's about a little less than maybe a third of the canvas. Yeah, about a third of the canvas. Let's just draw a nice line there. Okay. I already kind of had some of it drawn. I already had that drawn in, but that's how you draw a line, horizontal. Okay. Okay, I'm going to make a little X up here. This is going to be kind of where the center of my lightest color is going to be, so I'm going to start there and kind of work my way out. Okay, that's why I'm doing that little X-y boy there. Okay, and then let's go ahead and start painting. Oh, look, I've already got my first colors. Whoops. Okay, I've got white paint, I've got my light yellow paint, and I've got my yellow ochre paint. Okay, let's take our big brush out of our water cup, tap it off. Let's start by getting that water starting with our white paint. Excuse me. Okay. No, I don't wear Crocs. I'm actually barefoot. So, here you go. Okay, let's get a bunch of white paint on our brush. And let's go ahead. I'm just going to start doing this little X motion, okay? Kind of do that little X there. I'm going to carry that X out, I'm just going to paint on top what I drew. I like to do this little X motion. It's basically a little, really more like a, figure 8. That's what I was trying to say. I'm going to kind of press down the middle. Just kind of make X's. Now let's take this out pretty far. You can just kind of fill this up. You don't have to just brush stroke the whole time. But as you start mixing the other colors in, that's kind of the texture you want to give. Let's go ahead and just keep going with this. Let's get this all I'm going to go out pretty far, okay? I'm getting almost close to that side of the canvas here. You might not be able to see that so well, but you can kind of see where I've painted there. Nice. Okay, here we go. Got a nice big, this amount of paint. Now, if you paint this so far, say, oh, wow, I've really transformed my canvas here. I'm awesome. Okay, go ahead and say that to yourself so you feel nice and cocky. You want to feel real douchey when you're painting, okay? The more douchey, the better. Really build yourself up. Oh, you admiring my toes, huh? They're not freshly manicured. I don't manicure my toes. Okay, what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start working my way around this. You know, just kind of go all the way around where I've painted white. This is very light yellow. I just mixed up some white and some yellow there. Just make a very light yellow. I'm just going to get this. First, I'm going to kind of fill it in around the edges. Then I'll go back and mix it in. Then I'll mix it in. Go all the way to the edge there. Now, we want to kind of work fast to get a lot of paint on here quick, okay, because we don't want this paint to dry on us, okay? So this might be an area you just kind of slap it on there, you know? Okay, now, what we're going to do is we want to blend this together, okay? A little bit of white left there. So what I want to do is I want to take my brush. I don't need to get more paint, okay, because I've got paint on there. I'm just going to start working my way around. I'm just going to go right on the outside edge there where the two colors are meeting, and I'm just going to frick it up. I'm just going to fudge that line up. Fudge it a little bit, okay? Go ahead and get all that going in there. Try to be a little random. There we go. Oh, that's random. That's so random. Here we go. Okay, now away we go. And there we go. Okay. So, I want to add a little bit of, that's all we want. Just a little bit of light, you know, getting a little bit more yellow as it goes to the outside. Very light all the way out to the edges there. Then let's take a little, just a little dab of that. See how much paint I got? That's way too much. Okay, let's just take a little dab. Okay, let's just start spreading this around the edges here. Just going to kind of dip, 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 dab, dodge, dip, dive, dodge, dab. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to go in from the outside. So I'm going to start on the outside edge. I'm going to kind of work this color in. I'm going to kind of spread that in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah, baby. There we go. Okay, all right, okay. And there we go. And there we go. And there we go. All right. Talk to yourself while you paint. Okay, it's what I learned in art school. They told us all that. All the greatest painters talk to themselves. That's a fact. Okay, there we go. So, you know, we've gotten a little darker around the edges. Oh, maybe I could take a little more yellow if I wanted. Maybe put a little more, some bright yellows in here just to, you know, really add some more color. Because why not, you know? Hey, I like the yellow color. Let's add more of it. Okay, go ahead. I'm not arguing with you. I'm going to add more yellow. Fine. I already said that was fine. I don't like your tone. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we've got pretty much our background done there, yeah. Now, I am going to go ahead and paint my side edges. You Venmo'd me? Do you tell people you're... No, I don't tell people that. Hey, question though. I could be a Twitch affiliate. I don't know if I want to. Ads? Purdy, you're one of my most loyal watchers. Do you want to see ads at the beginning? I just don't want to do it. I don't want to put ads on my show. Unless I'm getting paid for it, I guess. Okay. Got our edges painted. You know, that was pretty tough. Okay, let's go ahead and take another shot. Okay, thanks, man. Okay, let's take a shot, and I'll put the trivia question up for you. You can see it. Frickin' A. Dude, you can be a great painter. Just paint along with me. Purdy, I'll put a little kit together, and you can buy a kit from me, and you can paint along with me. It's everything you need for a painting. I really need to start doing it. I've been meaning to do that for like a year, and I haven't done it. All right, cheers. Okay. Get some of the way. Okay, today's trivia question. All right, Purdy, here's your trivia question. All right. Your trivia question today is, how many cigarettes are in this empty whiskey bottle? Okay. Where'd these cigarettes come from? I don't know. Okay, just in my defense, this is over a long period of time. Other people added to this, okay? How many cigarettes are in this bottle? I'll set it right there. Answers are A, 256, B, 489, C, I don't know, but that's gross, D, 141, E, I bet your breath stinks, F, 759, G, you know every cigarette takes a year off your life, H, 362, I, you know I actually like a cig once in a while, or J, 789. Oh, nice, you got a ton of followers, dude. That's awesome. You know, did I count that shot? I don't think I did I? Oh, shoot. I can make it put the phone down. Okay, there's a trivia question. You say C. I don't know, but that's gross. Good guess. We'll see if that's right or not. I think I've taken 4. I've at least taken... Oh, no. Oh, wait. I think I'm on 4, not 5. Okay. Let's paint our little table here that's laying on there. Let's get some of our deep brown here. Let's get this whole brown. Let's get some of that on here. Ooh. Now let's take our big brush. Let's all wash it out. Just give it a little swoosh, okay? Swish it around in there. It doesn't have to be perfectly clean. It's fine. Okay, let's get our dark brown. Let's get that water mixing in. And you know, I'm going to mix a little bit of this in here. A little bit of white and yellow. Let's just mix these all together. You don't want it to be just plain brown. Mix some of that yellow and white in there. Make it a little bit lighter. Phone down. Okay. Here we go. This is a color. Really no wrong color to mix up here. Just a brown color. Okay, let's take this. Let's start filling this in. Let's just go left and right. Lots of paint. Let that flow. Just let it flow across the canvas. Okay, there we go. I can make you put your phone down. Okay. Make you put your phone down. Alright. Let's make that edge nice and solid. So what you want to do is you want to get a lot of thick paint on your brush. Kind of press that. Kind of press that down. Flip it over. Press it down. Keep your brush a little more flat. Okay. There we go, a little more flat. And just kind of hold it horizontal there and just really drag, just go for it, all right? This is your balls test. Do you have balls? Go for it. Or are you one of those ballless people? And that's fine too. Make your line a little more, you know, jaggedy or something, not as solid or a little, you know, and if you got no balls and you don't make it perfectly solid and blah, 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 that's fine. You know, painting's really open to interpretation, so I think that's what you meant to do. Okay, let's get some white. Let's get a little bit more white on my brush here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take some whites, maybe a little bit of this, you know, raw sienna, those two colors there. And, you know, let's get a little lighter peanut butter color, okay? All right, I'm just going to start brushing this through. You know, not really too worried about where all these are going to be. Let's just add some streaks of color in here. Maybe I'll just pull in from the side. The only place I want to leave a little darker is maybe just like right here. Right here in this spot, okay? But let's, you know, add maybe some some skinny lines in here in some places. Add that all around. And there we go. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to put a little shadow area right in the middle. You want to pick just kind of right in the middle, okay? Let's take a little bit of purple. Let's get some purple on our plate. All right, let's take our big brush. Make sure it's nice and washed out, real nice and clean. All right. And we'll get some purple on here. And we're going to put a little shadow area, okay? All right. Right here, let's just put a little purple. Let's just kind of lightly just mix that in. However it mixes. There we go. We got some shadowy area. Okay, there we go. Hey, congratulations. We're done with that first layer. Okay, let's blow dry this. I'll put the trivia question back up. C. Purdy asks, do you ever give girls flowers? I give my girlfriend, well, I don't know. Have I given? I think I got her some flowers one time. Okay, here's the trivia question again. If you haven't, how many cigarettes are in this empty bottle of whiskey? Okay. Is it A, 256, B, 489, C, I don't know, but that's gross, which Purdy already guessed that, D, 141, E, I bet your breath stinks, F, 759, G, you know every cigarette takes a year off your life, right? H, 362, I, you know I like a cig once in a while, or J, 789, okay? That's your trivia question. If you want to answer that first correctly, whoever answers it correctly in the comments first wins a free painting. Cheers. Purdy, you already guessed C. You can't have double guesses, okay? That's not how it works. You can't guess 3 guesses. Oh, that's the second guess. I don't know how to count. Yeah, so anyway, I haven't gotten on TikTok yet, but, oh, you know, I didn't count that shot again. But, you know, I was on TikTok the other day. Saw a pretty funny one of Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell singing a Mika song. But, you know, mostly what I found on TikTok was a bunch of half-naked women, you know, and I'm like, what was crazy to me is that they're all like, oh, we're doing a dance, or like, oh, I'm doing, one girl's like trying to be funny, and her ass is hanging out, and I'm like, yeah, I think you're not getting the followers because you're so funny. But hey, you know, whatever. I mean, look, porn's porn, or, you know, there's that out there, and it's fine if you want to do that. Just don't try to church it up and act like, oh, I'm a funny TikToker. No. Letting your ass hang out. But anyway, I started liking stuff up. But, you know, I said that, and my nephew was like, I was like, God, it's just all half-naked ladies. He goes, you know, well, it tracks if you watch the whole video or not. So he was definitely giving me a good burn there. But, yeah, I got to make sure and watch all the way through, see if anything else is going to happen or if that's all it is. I started liking a bunch of animal videos, though, and now I just get all animal videos. Animal videos are the best, right? It's just me. It's just my thoughts. All right, trivia question going down. It should be pretty dry. But I think I'm going to try to make some stuff for TikTok. Just some cool little videos. Maybe some funny videos that are just art related, not like a sketch. I don't like the sketches. Like, I don't want to see someone's face from 6 inches away. It's just like, and it goes to them and they're the same person but with like a wig on. And I'm like, this is terrible. I do Instagram. I have Instagram. That's what I post a lot of my pictures on. Just my paintings, really. Ah. Whew. Okay. All right. What are we doing? Painting stuff. When are we doing it? Right now. Okay, what color shows up better? We've got blue Doesn't show up in the yellow at all. Okay, it's going to be hard to see in the white and the yellow. It's so light. Blue is probably actually going to show up the best. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and put, let's find the center here. Don't look at so much exactly where your shadow is, because my shadow's a little off. I didn't put it, but let's just find the center. Let's draw a line that goes up pretty high. You might be able to see that a little better. You can kind of see where the top of my line is, about there. Pretty high, okay? Not all the way to this, but, you know, pretty high at where you can imagine. You might, a good way to start might be to start with a circle for where your flowers are going to be. So let's just draw, like, basically we have a lollipop right now. Okay, we've got a circle. It's going to be real hard to see on the camera. Gosh darn it. Son of a gun and a half. Fork and finger. Okay. Circle. Kind of like a little power. I think it looks like a lollipop. So here's the center of our flowers, right? So we don't want to go all the way to the middle here. We want to break it, go down a little bit further. Let's make a little line right here. Okay? Kind of see there's my little line right here. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to just kind of, let's go ahead and make the bottom. Draw your bottom. Okay, let's just drag this line in. Okay, make sure we're the same amount apart on each side. Let's make that go down a little further just to make it more epic. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so that's basically all we need to draw in, okay? Okay, before we start painting in the vase, we're going to paint some little flower petals on the ground. So what we're going to need for this, we're going to need some purple, okay, which I've already got on this plate. And we're going to add some blue in here. And then let's add some white, because you always need a little bit of white paint, lighten things up. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Okay, I'm going to take my little round brush, my medium round brush. Let's take that, and, you know, I'm going to start with just some purple. Now, first, stir your water in there with your paint so it doesn't get all drippy. All right. And I'm just going to basically start putting some little blobs on the table. Looks like petals that'll fall off. Okay. Yeah. NFT. I don't know what that means. NFT, it's like a digital painting. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm just going to kind of randomly put in, you know, some flower petals here and there. You know, on the shadow area, on here, wherever. We'll make them a little bigger in the foreground. Maybe a little bit smaller, more closer together as I get up towards the higher part of this section. Okay, there's some purple. Now let's take some white. Mix some white in here. Make a very light purple. Right in there. Okay, and let's put, you know, in some of these, not all of them, but let's put, you know, a little bit of, you know, be kind of weird with it. You know, don't make everyone the same. Just kind of put some abstract, just some lighter colors on most of them, not all of them. Maybe the ones up close, you know, maybe a little more detail on those because they're up close. But, you know, maybe every once in a while, you know, skip one. Maybe won't do some of those, maybe a couple of these, but you can also put just, you know, some little light ones here and there. Maybe there's a couple areas that seem like it needs a little more. Okay, put some of that there. Okay, let's wash our brush out and let's get some blue. He's saying in 70,000s, non-fungible token. It's a blockchain. I understand what non means, and it's and a, but I don't understand the other three words. The other three words in that sentence confuse me. Fungible token, blockchain. If you can do it for me, I don't know. I need a manager. I need someone that's gonna take me for millions. Okay, let's take some blue. More like my wife will take me for. Okay, okay. I don't own the physical art, but I own the rights. I I feel like that means something. Not sure what. Okay, I'll put some blue petals in here. Okay, and then again we'll take some white, mix some white with some blue. Still bugs me. This lady got in here one day and said, those aren't zinnias. Those are blah, blah. And I'm like, I fucking painted it. I could call it whatever I want. Well, those aren't. You didn't paint zinnias. Like, yeah, I didn't paint anything. I just painted the idea of a flower. I didn't even, look at anything. I'm going to call it textbook zinnias or something. Or like something. That lady, I swear. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's take a shot because I'm getting too riled up. And whiskey always calms me down. Woo! Sherry, did you see the trivia question? Did you want to guess on the trivia question? Sherry, let me know and I'll put the trivia question up. Okay, so we've got this. We want to do one other thing. We want to put a nice big, this will kind of be our first time painting in these flowers. Okay, let's take some purple here. How did I paint these? Oh, yeah. Okay, let's take some purple. And what I want to do is I want to put in right here at the bottom corner. Here's the bottom. Oh, wait, I need to do that after I do my red vase. Okay, never mind. We'll come back to that. Okay, Sherry, okay, here's the trivia question. Are you ready? All right. How many cigarette butts are in this empty bottle of whiskey? 256, A. B, 489. C, I don't know, but that's gross. Which Purdy already guessed, okay. D, 140. E, I bet your breath stinks. F, 759. G, every cigarette takes a year off your life, right? H, 362. I, I like a cig once in a while. Or J, 789. Okay? So, there's your trivia question. Okay, let's take some red paint and let's paint this in, okay? So let's get a new plate. Let's get a bunch of red paint on here. And we're going to use our big flat brush, so we're going to wash that out. Okay, red paint. Let's get our water mixed in there because, again, we want this to be nice and solid. Water, if your water's not real mixed in, well, water mixing in anyway is going to make it more transparent, but if it's real thick water and you end up getting a little spot of paint that's just like watercolor almost because you haven't mixed the water in enough, it's going to be real transparent. Okay, so let's get some nice thick red paint. What I want to do here is we want to just drag this down. Let's just start dragging down here. Let's start filling this in, okay? Right back to you. Does it look like it got blurry? Where'd it get blurry? Hold on a second. I guess it didn't get too blurry, did it? I don't know. Maybe I'm drunk. Okay. I like to put my brush, turn it on that skinny side, and just drag it straight down. Alright, there we go. Now let's just fill that sucker in, okay? Go ahead and put the top on there. Now we're going to cover the top up anyway, so don't worry too much about that step. Just get yourself a nice top on. Put your top on. Alright. Alright, let's put our bottoms on, okay? Bottom's going to be right in here. Okay, let's get that nice and solid. Okay, there's our vase. Okay, we need to blow dry this. Okay, actually, before we blow dry, no, we don't. No, we don't. I lied to you. Forgive me. I lied to you. Let's get a little bit of black paint. Just a little bit of black paint there. See, we don't need a ton, just a little bit. And let's take some black paint here. Let's get that on our brush. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get whatever's on my brush, go ahead and mix it with black. It's going to look black because black is very strong color. It'll take over the red, okay? So let's go ahead. I'm going to start by just making a nice hard edge here with the black. Okay, and then I'm going to start just kind of brushing this in, okay? I'm going to try to kind of just go up and down, kind of go with the side of that vase there, vase. And I'm going to kind of make it a little more dark on this left half, but maybe a little bit more on the bottom. Maybe I should reverse that, make it a little bit more on the top. That's what I should do. All right, now it's kind of, see how it's kind of blending in. Just take little by little, brush it in, and then just kind of brush it over. It'll blend as it goes. And if I want to make it, sure this is definitely darker on this side. Let's get a nice thick amount of black. Oh, there we go. If you kind of lay your brush down, you'll definitely get all that paint that's in your brush on there. There we go. Hey, dude. Just gonna go up and down here, bring it across. Okay, there we go. Now our vase has some black on it. Here's what I want to do now. Make sure we wash this out really well. Wash the crap out of it. Well, dead presidents. How'd I do what? Death. Okay, okay. Okay, Sherry guesses F. Oh, Sherry's the best. Okay, let's take us another shot. I'm going to give this just a second to dry, just a tad so it's not super thick. So I want to get a nice bright white highlight on there. So if it's drier, it doesn't mix as well, or it doesn't mix as easy. So I can kind of get a nice brighter white on there. And then I can kind of, if it's a little tacky, kind of brush what's left in there around it, and it looks good. So let's let it dry for just a second. We'll take a shot. If you can feel your paint already getting kind of dry, maybe don't take a break, just keep going. Sherry Purdy says hi. Why do I choose Wednesdays to paint? I don't know. Oh, Kimberly, trivia question. Kimberly wants another trivia question. Actually, Kimberly, let me do this one spot real quick because it's about to dry. I gotta do this one spot real quick, Kimberly. Stick around. Don't leave me yet. Okay, white paint. Again, get our big brush washed out before this dries totally. Let's wash that out. Purdy, Sherry says, hi, nice to meet you. I like this. I'll just kind of translate for you. I'll just kind of say back and forth what you guys are saying to each other. Okay, I've got white paint. Here's what I'm going to do. To get that water mixed in, if it's turning bright red, you need to wash your brush a little bit more. Sometimes your water and your wash thing makes it look like it's going to be super red, but if you start really stirring that water in, it goes away. But either way, you want some bright white paint. Here we go. Now, here we go. Here's another balls test for you. Okay, do you have the courage? Okay, here's what we do. Put your brush right here, right there, and we're just going to drag down and lift off. Nice solid drag. And once we get it by here, we're just going to lift off. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Okay, now I'm going to wipe some of this off here. And maybe I could take this and kind of brush this around. You got to be real careful at this spot. And there we go. Look, we got some highlight on there. Woo! Okay, let's blow dry. I'm going to take another shot. Kimberly, are you there? Kimberly, hello? Purdy says, pleasure to meet you, Sherry. Sorry I was helping grandkids with homework over the phone. Don't have to apologize for that. Appreciate you watching. Okay. Here we go. Trivia question again. All right, Kimberly, if you're watching, trivia question today is, how many cigarettes are in this empty whiskey bottle? Okay. Is it A, 256, B, 489, C, I don't know, but that's gross, D, 141, E, I bet your breath stinks, F, 759, G, you know every cigarette takes a year off your life, right? H, 362, I, you know, I like a cig once in a while, or J, 789. That's your trivia question. So wait, Sherry, which one did you guess? You guessed. No, Purdy already picked C, so. All right, we're all going with condescending answers, huh? All going with judgment answers, aren't we? Okay. See how far that gets you. We'll see how far. Okay, that's got to be dry by now. Okay, that's dry. Okay, let's go back down and do our flower down here. It's going to be our first flower that we really paint. Okay, and this will kind of give us a good little practice, a little setup for, oh, you said F? What was F again? Okay. Sherry, how did you know that? That's weird. Did you guess that one? Okay, let's see. Sorry. Sherry says, "Oh F." Sherry, just trying to. Sherry says, "Oh F." She won't say the actual F word, but she'll say, "Oh F." Okay, let's put a little flower down here. What we want to do is we want to make a little circle, kind of, just a little roundish, kind of like, you know, you do like a little dumb, bad painting of a cloud, and you just make like a little cotton ball. That's kind of what we want, a little cotton ball kind of shape, just a little kind of round, just little bumps on the side. And then what we want to do is we want to take a little bit of our white here, very light purple, very light purple. Okay, and what we want to do here, actually, I'm going to switch to my small flat brush. I might use my flat brush for this. Let's take our small flat brush. What we want to do here is get our light purple color. And what we want to do here is we're going to put, imagine there's little rows of petals, okay? So on the top, and the light is coming from the top, okay? So we're going to put some light colors here, kind of going around the shape of our little flower. And then in the middle, we're going to put another little, I'm going to kind of turn on an angle, or you can use a little round brush. But boom, there's a little center. Okay, and then I'm going to give a little bit of space. I'm going to put right here in the middle, I'm going to make another little bit right there. Okay, we'll go into this closer. I can turn it around and maybe make a big one here. Let's do a big one, just so you can all see what I'm doing. Let's take a nice big, let's make a nice big one so we can all see it. Purple paint. Okay, again, dumb, you know, cloud shape. Fill that in nice and solid purple. Strange thing here. I love being. Okay, I want to make sure this is nice and thick and solid paint. So we're going to have colors mixed in. So once we get that shape in, let's take our light white and purple, light purple. And what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. We're going to go. All right. And then we're going to put a nice little thick, oh, there's a little bulb in the middle, right? Then I'm going to give myself this little space there. I'm going to put another, I'm going to imagine another little smiley face. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's your flower shape. That's really all there is to it. As you go, you'll make better ones, okay? Because the one you just made, I mean, that's the first one, so I'm not going to judge it too hard, but it's not very good. The rarely seen double-sided painting. You know, let's take another shot. Feeling it today. Feeling it today. Okay, we need to do a small blue flower. Let's get our flat brush again. Our small flat brush. Wash it out real good. Get some blue paint. Here we go, blue paint. And let's make another little flower. It's gonna be right in front of the purple one, so I'm gonna paint on top of the purple. Oh, Purdy, oh my god. There we go. There's our another little blue flower. Okay, that's hard to see. Wow. I feel like this thing's not focused right. Hold on. That's worse. Oh, wait. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. Okay, let's go. Okay, blue. Come on, Joel. Let's go, Joel. Okay, white and blue. Light blue. Here we go. Okay, we're going to take a little bit of light blue. We're going to, again, put this around the outside, around the top edge. All right, and then we're going to put a little bit of blue in the middle. A little blue there. Now, again, hopefully we'll paint this up here so you can see it and those letters aren't in the way. And then, again, a little smiley face right in the middle there. Okay, flowers, done. We'll come back to that. You can always come back to that. Okay, okay, this is probably pretty dry. So here's what I want to do. Let's go ahead and do our, my count is off. Well, let's just go up one then. She says I missed a shot. Which sounds accurate. Okay. Oh, shoot. So what did I do? Okay. Oh, no. Oh, Lord. Okay. Here we go. Boink. Let's put, oh, yeah, green. Let's do green. Okay, so what makes green, kids? Yellow and blue. That's right. Okay, let's take our medium round brush. I've got some purple in there. Let's wash it out. Okay. Ugh. This is not one of the hardest paintings, I don't think. I don't know. It's kind of hard, I guess. Not really. Okay, let's take. Okay, here's my white plate. I'm gonna take a big chunk of blue. Big chunk of blue on there, and then because I got way too much paint on these to begin with, let's take some yellow. Okay, here we go. Let's mix yellow, blue, and white. Lots of yellow in this mixture. Let's go and get ourselves a nice light grain. More yellow than blue, and a little bit of white mixed in there, so it's a nice light grain. And what we want to do now is we want to start making some little stems. Okay, some little whatever petals. I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Okay. Here's what I like to do. Now, there's two ways to do it. Okay, you can start here and go, and then kind of lift off, like so, or you can start out here, start very light, and then press down harder as you get going. I like the second method because you start with thick paint, and the tips of those stems are nice and solid. This one, it kind of fades off, but maybe you like that. That's fine. All right, that's totally fine. I don't care. I don't even care. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna have some little stems coming out. Just paint a bunch of these, however many you want. Really, it doesn't friggin' matter how many you want. Just kind of whatever you think looks like a good amount. Okay. Wow, I've been running through the dang. Remember, we're going to put all these flowers on here, and it's going to really cover up a lot of stuff here. This is kind of just our first layer of stems and leaves and stuff. So I suggest going easy because, there'll always be time to add more. Can always add more. Okay, but I do like having some of these at the top because the top's really going to get covered up. Okay, let's blow dry. Take another shot. If anybody wants to win a free painting, today's trivia question: how many cigarettes are in this empty jar of whiskey? Okay, there it is. All right, you tell me how many. I should sit it right here or something. Wish I had something to sit that on, but I don't. So let's go ahead and take a shot. I'll blow dry while I'm doing this. Let's see. TikTok is just so thirsty, and then even the dances, it's like guys, girls, doesn't matter. It's all just a big thirst trap. Hey, yeah, you're dancing, but you're also half naked. The skits are what kills me. First of all, if you're gonna do skits and you actually are trying to be like funny, you know, put some effort into the frickin' production value. This looks terrible. I like the guys who just throw stuff and it goes in from like a mile away. Like, oh, throws like a disc into a PlayStation like from another room. That's cool. Pets are funny. I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Probably likely. Oh, you know what I should have done? First of all, cheers. Ooh. All right, trivia question down. You know, before I go on, let's add more yellow and make a more yellowy mixture here. Make a lighter green. And let's put maybe on some of these, not all of them, but, you know, maybe some. A little yellow. Ooh, a little brightness. The quickness. Oh, that's a lot of water there. Whoopsie doodles. Okay, but some of these, let's put a little bit of yellow, light green. Ooh. Ah. Okay. You know, okay, let's blow dry for a minute longer. All right. Faces can be hard for sure. I mean, faces are hard, really. Faces are hard because it's not like a solid edge to everything. Everything's, you know, it's all forms and planes of changing color. So faces are hard, Cherry, but I don't know. Once you get like I think you just gotta practice for a little bit. Once you get like it down, like just kind of wear some easy pointers. You know, I'll do a face painting here soon, and we'll do a little face breakdown. Maybe some skull paintings. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, so let's paint. Okay, here we go. So let's put our flowers on now. All right. Let's go back to our plate here with the purple and the blue and the white. Let's get more blue and more purple. I've still got enough white, but you might need some more white. So add white as you need there. And I'm going to use my small flat brush. Okay, I'm going to start with my purple ones. So I'm going to have more purple than blue for sure. So let's start with purple. Okay, let's go here. Let's get our purple paint mixed in with our water on our brush. And I'm going to basically just start making flowers. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to kind of just imagine where all these flowers are. They're going to really start overlapping and kind of just blobbing together. Okay, and I get that. Okay, but I just kind of press my brush down, kind of press it down and just twist my hand, kind of make little flips like so. I press it down. Boink, boink. And I'm just going to keep doing this, okay? I'm going to fill all this space in. Again, we're going to cover up a lot of these green stems. We'll go back and add more green stems later. Spoiler alert. Well, excuse me. All right. And let's just keep going with that. Okay. Oh, man. Let's see. What's new? Anybody watch NFL? If you don't know already, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, so, you know. Looks like I picked correctly. But Matthew Stafford's on the Rams now. And everyone's like, you know, his old criticism, he hasn't won the big games. Well, guess who's coming to town? Tom Brady, Buccaneers. Everyone goes, oh, no, he's not going to win. No way. He destroyed Tom Brady. Okay? Tom Brady comes into town, and Stafford lights him up. You know, he starts out kind of slow. Okay, whatever. Don't care. Once he gets rolling, it's 6 straight drives with a score. So, don't know what the criticism there is about from analysts. But, you know, then what happens? They get behind. They're up by a mile. And what happens? Old garbage time Tom comes in. Just filling his stats up with garbage time points. Not Stafford. Stafford clutch game winner Stafford. So that was an awesome game. The Packers won, which sucked. I don't like the Packers. If you're a Packers fan, why are you a Packers fan? I just want, I'm curious. It's not even like a sarcastic question. I'm legitimately curious. I haven't heard a good answer yet from anybody. I saw him on TV and I just thought, oh, Aaron Rodgers, he cool. I'm like, that's it? I mean, I get it. He's a good player. I don't blame you. But is that it? I get that people are from there. That's one thing, I guess. I'm not from Detroit. I don't know. I picked Detroit because I love Barry Sanders, which isn't any better of a reason, really. So, pretty dumb reason to be a fan of the Lions, really. They suck so bad. Looks like a cacti. Bet it don't know Mo. Now it's got that purple. I hope I hope the Lions beat the Bears. This seems like a team we could beat. I mean, we almost beat the freaking Ravens. Except there was, we had them. But, you know, they kick a 66-yard NFL record. Longest field goal kick of all time to beat the Lions. Yeah, who else would it be against the Detroit Lions? Yeah, it couldn't be against anybody else. Got to be against the Detroit Lions. What? The greatest, longest kick of all time? When do we bring it out? Against the Lions. Let them have a victory? No. Never. But also, you know, there's a bad officiating where they didn't call a clear clock. What's it called? They didn't hike it in time. Oh man, God, what is that called? Someone help me out here. There was a violation of run the clock, failure to hike it. Whatever, they didn't hike it in time. They didn't call it. And, you know, and of course everyone's like, well, should have won anyway. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it'd be awesome if you're just so good. You're better than all the rest. But at the end of the day, like, why? No, what'd be really cool is if there was a fair game. That'd be cool. Why is that the go-to instead of like, yeah, you got cheated. Getting cheated is getting cheated. I don't care what sport it is. I mean, we should be good enough to have Well, they shouldn't fuck up the penalty. They shouldn't. Why is it on us, not the refs, for calling a bad call? Like, at what point do we just call the right stuff? How long do we have to do this? Hey, so I'm painting my petals here. Now what I'm doing here is let's start this one right here. Here's a nice big one. We're going to paint the top part of this in light purple. Okay, then I'm going to put a little marking here. That's going to be the center bulb of that flower. And then I'm just going to go a little happy face in here. That's going to be like a little highlight on the petals that are kind of coming out from the middle and going down there, okay? Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit here and do this over and over. My flowers are going to run into each other. It's important to kind of remember where each flower is on top. I like to start with, you know, the flowers that are behind and kind of keep in mind which ones are in front of them and try not to go on top of those. But yeah, let's see. Hold on. I'm going to go. Now this one's on top, so we want to make sure we don't go into that one. Delay of game. Delay of game penalty. That's what I was trying to think of. It happened. There's a delay of game penalty they didn't call on the Ravens, which would have set them back 5 more yards. You know, and if he'd made a 66 with 5, a 71-yard kick, you know, whatever. He probably would have. It's the Lions. Why wouldn't he, you know? Why wouldn't he make a 71-yarder to win it against us? But point is, you know, fact is there's little things like that happen in every Lions game. And it's just like, I get it, they're a small market. People are betting against them. You don't want them to win. going to cost Vegas money. But, I mean, at what point do we just stop cheating? It's a clear and obvious thing in basketball. I mean, no, we're not stupid. We all know there's cheating in sports. You know what it is? I always say sports is like reality TV for men. Like women watch like Real Housewives and men watch sports. And just like the fact that we know it's scripted in reality TV, we also know that games are fixed. It's not perfectly, you know, fair, really. It's not real reality. Things are kind of fixed. Nothing's real. I mean, it's a little bit more real in sports. Let's be honest. I mean, than reality TV. Everyone acts different. There's a camera on them. But, irregardlessly, point is, I don't know what the point is. I lost train of thought. I think I need another shot. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. Here's the trivia question once again. If you're watching and want to win a free painting, how many cigarette butts are in this empty whiskey bottle? Is it A, 256, B, 489, C, I don't know, but that's gross, D, 141, E, I bet your breath stinks, F, 759, G, you know every cigarette you smoke takes a year off your life, H, 632, I, you know, I like a cig once in a while, or J, 789. Cheers. Double digits on shots. Okay. Let's keep going. Okay, so let's keep adding our light colors in here. Again, I'm going to take this. I'm going to lighten up the top of my flowers here. Let's give them a little light. Ooh, there's that little lightness in there. Highlight. And a little happy face in there in the middle. Okay, again, top of my flower. There's this very center of my flower. Then here's that little smiley face in the middle of the bottom, okay? Okay, let's do another one. Top, petal. Ooh, petals. Center, smiley face. All right, top, center, smiley face. All right, top, center, smiley face. Okay, let's do another one. Top, center, smiley face. Look at that. Top, center, smiley face. Top, center, smiley face. Top, center, smiley face. Okay, now one thing I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to add more white. Go back and add some bright whites in there in some areas. Just kind of randomly. Just add them on top of your light purples. Ooh, there we go. Now we got some bright whites. Got them bright whites. Ooh, pearly whites. There we go. Get those bright whites in there. Here we go. Here we go. All right, there. Boink, boink, boink. Let's have some of the top of those smiley faces. Here's top of the smiley face. Tops, tops, tops. Look at that. That's crazy. Let's see. 751, I think, was or 41. I think that was an option. All right. Well, let's see if your girlfriend wins. Bright whites. Let's put a couple of those in. Okay, bright whites. All right, here we go. Now let's put a little bit here. Maybe not every flower gets it, you know? This flower doesn't even get it. This one should, though. This one's kind of lame in here. Okay, purple flowers, check. Okay, and I was going to put some blue flowers on there and put some more green. Ooh, before we do that, let's put some green stems back in. Drying. Take another shot. Okay, so Purdy, your girlfriend says which one? She says 741. You mean 759 or 789? 759 or 789? Or 141? Did you mean 141? How many cigarettes are in this empty whiskey bottle? That's the trivia question. You say 759. Wait, Sherry, you already guessed. Wait, Sherry, what'd you say? Sherry, what'd you say? Like 700 something. That's not an answer, but you said another one. You said OF. OF. Okay, so Sherry already said 759. Oh, ha ha, Purdy. You know, Purdy, that hurts, okay? Did I drink that whole bottle of whiskey today, too? Huh? Did I smoke all those cigarettes today? Huh? Did I, smoke all, eat all the food in my house today? Let's see. Julie says 500. Well, Julie, you got to pick one of the options here. B is the closest, Julie. All right. Julie guesses B. We're gonna say Julie guesses B. Okay. Trivia question down. Okay. Let's see. We got that pretty dry. Before we move on, let's go back to our medium round brush. Let's get our green paint on our brush. And let's get our green paint here. And let's repaint some of these stems. Maybe I want this one to be, boom, there it is. Let's paint another, just a little imaginary one that was right there. Okay, maybe we'll put, maybe this one will be right back in. Ooh, there we go. And then we'll put another one there. Maybe one here. Okay, let's put maybe this one here will be back in front. Okay, so now we've got a few that are on top. Let's get more of this light yellow green mixture that we made earlier. Let's put a little streak of that through there. All right, let's give a little bit of light yellow green. All right. All right, then we'll wash that brush out. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, might have to just blow dry for just a second. Actually, I don't even really need to blow that long because most every day's not over. Oh, yeah. I actually, low-key, have not been smoking a lot. And you know what? I don't care. I don't need your approval. I don't need your approval, Purdy, okay? Your girlfriend guessed, we're going to say, what was it? She guessed F. Okay, we're done blow drying. Let's put the blue flowers on. This is going to be our last step. Let's take our medium flat brush here. I don't think I've counted all my shots, but just in case, let's take one more. We're going to count this one. I think I missed about 3 shots today. Irregardlessly, let's cheers. We're at least 11 shots. Okay, hey, go buy your girlfriend a... What? Okay. Alright, get a good gun, okay? Alright. Let's do blue. So let's take our medium flat brush, sorry, our smaller of the two. Let's get our phthalo blue. You're not going to buy a gun? I thought you were going to buy a gun. What do you mean, no? You buying a gun? From the local store? What's it like in Cleveland? Is it just open? I have a gun. Okay, let's put some blue flowers. Main thing I want to do with the blue flowers is kind of cover up maybe where the base of these little stemmy boys are coming from. And now this is a little too symmetrical. It looks like a spider or something. Let's put another... Let's fudge up this side, you know. Let's put a little one up here. Okay, just to mix it up. Let's put one here. What? So I'm going to start by kind of covering up the bases of some of those. And that really kind of covers it. Okay, now after that, let's put a couple little... Maybe I want to put one here. Maybe one here. So let's start with kind of placing these kind of sporadic, wherever. Just spread them out. You know, spread your flowers. Sounds so dirty, doesn't it? Spread your flowers. Sounds real dirty. Yeah. Yeah. Let's put one in between the greens so it looks like it's behind the greens. Or it's not interfering with the greens. Then let's put another little tiny one out here. Let's put a little baby one out here. It doesn't need to be touching anything necessarily. Just be out there. Let's put one there. Let's put one here. Maybe let's put one, you know, right down here. One there. Ooh, let's put one out here. Okay, now that's enough blue ones, I think. Let's add some white to our blue. A nice, very light blue. And what we'll do is we'll take this one and do the same way. Okay, top, center, smiley face. Top, center, smiley face. Alright, let's do a little topish, a little center, a little smiley face. And you know, I think for this one, what I'm going to do, technically, really, is I'm going to do top, center, smiley face. That's just me. Center, smiley face. Top, center, smiley face. Top, center, smiley face. This one's in front, though. Top. See, I covered up that edge. Ooh, that one's in front of that one. Ooh. Center. Smiley face. Top. Center. Smiley face. Top. Center. Smiley face. Ooh. Top. 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 Center. Center. Smiley face. Smiley face. Oh, okay. Let's go this one. Tops. Centers. Smiley faces. Alright, let's go. Tops, centers, smiley faces. Okay, top, 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 center, smiley faces. Okay, top, center, smiley face. This was another one. Okay, there we go. Hey, you know what? We did it. Congratulations. Listen, hey, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you all. Let's see, today's trivia question, the correct answer was 489, okay? Believe it or not, it wasn't just judging me, okay? Believe it or not, okay? It's 489. Today's winner was Julie Sanders. July Sanders. July wins a free painting of her choice, or his choice, or their choice. I don't even know anymore. I'm just so aghast. Congratulations. Last thing we want to do, though, we want to paint the bottom edge. Oh, we want to sign it. So once you sign it, it's a fancy painting. So let's get a nice... I'm going to take my light yellow color here. And let's sign our name. Okay, now get lots of water. So make it a little more like ink. A little thinner. It's easier to sign. Congratulations, July Sanders. You win a free painting of your choice. I will send it to you, bring it to you. I know where you live. But let's take our little brush and let's go ahead and sign our name down here. Oh, wow, wow, there's my initials. What's up? And then let's paint that bottom edge. Let's take our big flat brush there. Let's get some of that brown back on our brush. And we will paint that in. Now, look, we have a nice, beautiful picture of a vase of lavender zinnias. Okay, no matter what anyone tells you, these are lavender zinnias. Don't let anyone say they're not. Okay, if they say that, you fight them, okay? Okay, thanks everybody for watching. Congratulations to July. And till next time, you know, keep trucking. Hey, follow me if you want. You know, look me up on stuff and whatever. Hey, thanks for watching, though. Appreciate y'all. Love you. Bye.